Now let us discuss one solution on preparation of income and expenditure account. Whenever we have to prepare this income and expenditure account, generally they give in the question receipts and payments account. With the help of this receipts and payments account, we are going to prepare income and expenditure account. So what are the rules for preparation of income and expenditure account? So let us discuss that. So first of all, here they are asking to prepare income and expenditure account on 31st December 2013. So this is year ending date and this is our present year. So we have to concentrate on this date. And next here there is a receipts and payments account. And whatever items are appearing in the receipts and payments account, in income and expenditure account they are going to appear on the income side. So these items in the question are going to appear on credit side. So debit side items are going to appear on credit side in the income and expenditure account. So this is solution, income and expenditure account. So debit side items are going to appear on credit side and credit side items are going to appear on debit side. So this is very important. Next, all items won't appear in income and expenditure account, whatever are given in receipts and payments account. So some items are not going to appear. We have to pick what are those items what actually are not going to appear. So here what are the main rules? Balance brought down, balance carried down won't appear in the income and expenditure account. So these won't appear. And next, assets. If any assets are there, those also won't appear. Assets also won't appear in the income and expenditure account. So what are the assets generally? Furniture, machinery, sports material and equipment, buildings. These are the main assets. So that won't appear. So let us pick the assets here. There are no assets on the debit side. Okay, move on to the credit side. Here we have furniture. So furniture won't appear in the income and expenditure account. Okay, only one asset. Okay. Then tournament fund and tournament expenses. That also won't appear in income and expenditure account. We have to remember all these points so that we can prepare income and expenditure account easily. So there is tournament fund and tournament expenses. Because these are the capital expenditure items, so these won't appear in the income and expenditure account. We have to record these two in the balance sheet. Now we are preparing income and expenditure account, so these two won't appear. Next, we have to see remaining items. So generally these all items will appear, but let us look into these adjustments. Okay, so what are the adjustments here? One adjustment is related to subscriptions. So take subscriptions. Whenever we record subscriptions, we are going to include this adjustment. Next, this adjustment is related to salaries. So take salaries. Where are the salaries? Yeah, here. Okay, here. Salaries are here. Okay. And next, 1/2 of the entrance fees. So this is related to entrance fees. And next, fourth point, there are 400 members who pay subscriptions at the rate of 200 per member. Okay, this is again related to subscriptions. There are two adjustments for subscriptions. Okay, let us record the items, and whenever we are recording all these items, then we have to include the adjustments. So let us start here. This first item we don't record in the income and expenditure account, leave it. And subscriptions. So this is appearing on debit side. So in income and expenditure account we record on credit side. See here. Buy subscriptions. What is the value here? 70,000. Here 70,000 inside because there are adjustments. So there are two adjustments that we take here. Let us see what are those. Subscriptions include 6,000 for 2012 and 3,000 for the year 2014. So what is our present year 2013? And subscriptions or any other item related to our present year, if it is outstanding we will add. If it is prepaid we deduct. But previous year items we have to do if it is outstanding related to previous year, that is actually reverse. And what actually we have to do is, if any item is related to previous year and included in present year value, we should deduct it. We should remove it from the present year value. Okay. So here the subscriptions related to 2012 are included in subscriptions value 70,000. So 6,000 we should deduct. Okay, so yearly subscriptions related to 2012 6,000. And here what they are saying, subscriptions include 3,000 for the 2014. And let us discuss here. They gave one more adjustment. 400 members who pay subscriptions at the rate of 200 per member. 400 members into 200 rupees. Okay, total how much they pay? 80,000 they pay. Okay, so 80,000 amount of subscriptions actually they have to pay. But how much already they paid? So in total 400 members, 200 rupees per member, 80,000. So 80,000 is the value of subscriptions that the business has to receive. But already how much subscriptions they received? 70,000 for that year. And total 10,000 is outstanding still. So we will add that outstanding of current year 10,000. So we get 80,000, and subscriptions related to previous year 6,000 we deducted, and subscriptions related to next year 2014, our present year is 13. So 12, 14 or 15. Okay, and if that year is not our present year, the values whatever are related to those years, previous year, next year, we should deduct from the subscriptions. So that is why 2012 subscriptions we deducted, 2014 subscriptions also we deducted, and now we are getting 71,000. Okay, we have to put in the amount column. And let us move to next one, donations. So in case of donations, there are two types of donations, specific donations and general donations. And specific donations, nothing but donations are collected for some purpose. There is some purpose, specific purpose for that. So they will mention it, donation for what. Okay, and here they did not mention in adjustments also for what purpose they collected donations. So we will take it as general donation. If it is specific donation, we won't record in the income and expenditure account. If it is general donation, we will record, but if general donation amount is more, then we don't record in the income and expenditure account. So here general donations amount is 1 lakh. So it is huge amount. So we don't record in income and expenditure account. We treat it as general donation. But since it is large amount, we are not going to record in the income and expenditure account. Okay. So next, entertainment receipts. This is income, we will record. By entertainment receipts 31,000. Next, entrance fees. We record that also, entrance fees. But there is some one adjustment for this. What is that? 1/2 of the entrance fees is to be treated as income. So out of these 5,000 rupees, only 1/2 means half, 2,500 will be treated as income. So the value what actually we are treating as income, that only will be recorded in the income and expenditure account. And if it is not related to income, then we will record in the balance sheet. Now only half out of 5,000 rupees, half means 2,500 only is related to income. So we record entrance fees 2,500 here in the income and expenditure account. Let us move to next item, interest 2,000. There is no adjustment for this. So as usual, we record interest 2,000. And next one is cricket fees 2,500. So as it is, we record 2,500 here. And sale of old newspapers, we record as it is here, sale of old newspapers. And next, again donations, sundry donations. So here they did not mention whether it is specific or general donation. It is not specific donation because it is not collected for any purpose. Then we will treat it as general donations, and it is small amount compared with this 1 lakh. So we will treat it as general donation and small amount, and we will record in the income and expenditure account. Okay. So sundry donations 20,000. And next one is rent of hall, that is income receipt. We will record here rent of hall 1,120. And next, tournament fund we don't record, remove that. And next, come to payment side. But these all items whatever are going to appear will appear on debit side of income and expenditure account, and we should include the adjustments also. Printing and stationery we record 2 printing and stationery 6,000. Next, salaries 15,000. We record it, but there is adjustment. Two salaries 15,000. Let us see what is the adjustment. Salaries include 2,000 paid for the year 2012. Our present year is 2013. So 2,000 rupees are related to 2012. We will deduct. 2,500 are outstanding. So that is related to present year. So previous year 2,000 we are deducting from salaries and we are getting 13,000. And present year outstanding 2,500 we are adding. Always outstanding for the present year should be added. Then we are getting 15,500. Let us move to next one. Rent 18,000. We record it because we don't have any rule for this. If it is expenditure, if it is payment, we record it. Okay. So to insurance 3,000, rent 18,000, and next to postage 1,000 we record as it is, and next entertainment cost, that is also expenses, we record here. And next one is furniture, that is asset. I already said that assets won't be recorded in the income and expenditure account, so we don't record that. See, we should not record. Next, newspapers, it is not asset. Books are assets. Remember students, books are assets. So newspapers are not assets, so we record it 4,500. Next, general expenses 2,500 we record. To general expenses 2,500. Tournament expenses we don't record. Tournament fund, tournament expense, both will not be recorded. So it is not here. See. Next, balance carried on also we don't record. And we included all the adjustments and we recorded all the items what actually are going to appear in the income and expenditure account. Let us see the totals. We have to balance the accounts. If we total both the sides, so income side total is 1,30,620 and this side less value is coming. So more value should be recorded both the sides. Okay, that is why 1,30,620, 1,30,620 both the sides are recorded. Next, expenditure side it is less. So we should come here and we should record here as to surplus. To surplus. Actually surplus means profit, but in income and expenditure account we should treat it as and we should name it as to surplus account. Okay, in brackets we can write excess of income over the expenditure. And what we have to do is from this value we should deduct all this. We get one value, no? If we add all this from here to here, from 6,000 to 4,500, if we add all this, so we get one value that should be deducted from this. So after deducting we will get 60,120. That will be recorded here and it is to be named as to surplus. This is answer. Okay, this is how we are going to prepare income and expenditure account. Thank you.